Charlton Athletic felt. Great way to finish the game. Probably deserved that from the second half performance.
Yeah, I feel like, equalising in the last minute there was probably at the least we deserved in the game. I thought we were much stronger second half than the first. And yeah, I think it's an important point. It's important to take 2 points off a team who's in and around us. So Southampton are an experienced side with a manager who's played in the WSL and Championship, who has a lot of experience to bring as well. So yeah, I think we're happy with the point. We would have preferred to obviously taken all 3, but yeah, I think the attitude of the players to push right through to that 89th minute just shows how committed they are, and yeah, what good characters we've got in the squad.
Was it a case of getting it at half time 1-0 down and just reassessing it and going from there?
Yeah, I think we went with boxing midfield, and we didn't feel like actually we were getting as much success from that as we hoped. And actually we changed the shape in the second half, played in the 3-5-2 in the second half, and having that extra player in a higher, more advanced position I thought helped the team. And then I thought Amy's introduction actually gave the team a bit more energy. And yeah, we just looked to push on from there. It was good to get Liz some minutes today as well. She had a bit of a knock during the week, so she wasn't in a position to start the game. But yeah, I thought again she did well when she came on, and as did Sophie Hayward actually. I thought there was maybe even a penalty shout in there for Sophie as well. But yeah, credit to the girls in that second half. It's important to have squad players, and thought those players who came off the bench really impacted as well.
Becky, it is only a point. You mentioned that 1-3, but what kind of moments like that do for the team going forward?
Yeah, I think it's important, as we've said previously, not to get too high with the highs and low with the lows, because I remember reflecting after the Charlton game, and if you're in the Charlton camp, you're like, wow, we've got a point from it. But for us, it felt like 2 points dropped. So I think it's obviously the way around today. We're delighted with the point. It's still just a point on the board. But I think for Southampton, it'll feel like 2 lost.
Katie Barker, I thought she was busy and productive, and obviously she started today. How do you assess her performance?
Yeah, I think Katie's a great girl, a great player. I think she had the best moment of the first half for sure, when she kind of drove the players and had a strike from outside the 18 that hit the crossbar. So yeah, I thought Katie's attitude throughout the game was brilliant. Her tenacity and energy to go and press was brilliant throughout the full 98 minutes. And yeah, credit to Katie. I'm sure she's one of the most players who most enjoys playing at St James's, because she's a die-hard Newcastle fan. So yeah, I think it meant a lot to her, and yeah, we'll be happy with the point.
Just finally, you did have some issues at the defending set piece at times on the but right on top of the podium mode. Is that something you'll work on going forward?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously Potsy is a really important player for us in terms of that zonal area from set pieces. So when obviously Potsy came off injured, it was obviously an area of vulnerability for us. And yeah, I think set pieces is such an important part of the Women's Championship. So yeah, something we'll review again. And yeah, I thought Claudia did well after the early mistake. I thought her attitude and actually maturity to see through the performance really professionally. I think she made some excellent saves in that first half as well.
Yeah, fantastic win against Birmingham, and then Bristol last week, and then the point today. How do you think we'll get some consistency? Because we seem very up and down at the minute.
Yeah, I think the way we started the season has been brilliant. I think people need to understand how tough it is to go to Sunderland's away at the Stadium of Light and get 3 points. The Charlton game, we were dominant in the game, and we were winning 3-1 with 5 minutes to go. So to then have the character to bounce back from actually just drawing that game was so important when we played against Birmingham. So to play against the team that's top of the Championship, who's got a lot of experience, got the likes of Hope Powell behind the scenes helping progress Birmingham, that 3 points was huge. And then I guess it is, as you said, not getting too high with the highs, because we went into that Bristol game full of confidence, but we went 1-0 down and kind of lost confidence throughout the game. So that was disappointing. But yeah, teams in this league, they're very experienced. These teams have been in this league probably the best part of 10 years, so they know kind of how it is. And I think it's very much about not getting too carried away and just keeping very level and very consistent. So yeah, but I think it's been a good start, and just need to build on it.
Judging on how tight the games have been recently, and it has been obviously,
Yeah.
you've conceded late goals yourself, you've scored loads of late goals. It feels like a league of fine margins in terms of that closest to the league. Is that how you find it at the minute as well? That it is very much tight.
Yeah, it's such fine margins. I think teams go right to the wire. Obviously, we pinched that goal in the last minute today, but as I say, running, you reflect back to Charlton to see, we're 3-1 up against, very established team in the Championship with 2 really experienced coaches, and then we've thrown it away with 10 players and lost that 2-goal advantage. So, yeah, you've got to keep concentration. I think that's the biggest thing I can say as you go up the league. The level of concentration needs to be spot on, because it is moments of the game, it's fine margins that can determine the result.
It looked like Demi Stokes' shoulder might have popped out. She popped it back in and continued. Was that the case? And what does that say about it?
I don't think so, but I think she took a bang on it when she fell, definitely, and Demi, it's tough, so she would have come off in that moment when the game was so tight and so close. So fair play to Demi. I'll probably need to assess that with the physios, but I think she'll be fine.
Well done, Becky. I mean, that's the 7th time Newcastle has actually played at St James's Park. We're unbeaten in all 7 games. So start off how does it feel just being so comfortable, being able to play in front of tens of thousands of fans and making sure we always get a result every time?
Yeah, that was something I definitely didn't want us to lose. I wanted to make sure that was still unbeaten at the stadium. I can't speak, at St James's Park, and it's just something that's really important to me. Then when we go to the likes of the Stadium of Light or to St Andrews, we're really competitive as well. So I think it means so much to myself and the players to be at St James's Park and showcasing ourselves to the fans in great numbers. So I'm delighted that is we're still unbeaten. Obviously, I much preferred it to have been a win, but I think we'll take a point against a good Southampton side.
War flags are displayed during the season was our Senegalese players and also with Beckhams. I know for you from the personal, we've seen that before. But just how does it feel seeing your players now get all these displays and war flags?
Yeah, it was brilliant. I thought when we walked out and saw the flags, it was so special, and I know that would have meant so much to, as you say, Georgia Beth and the Grace Donnelly with the retro goalkeeping shirt was brilliant. Katie Barker, the one on the left as we came out. So I think the girls are just so appreciative of that. They're buzzing, and it just makes them feel empowered going on the pitch, seeing the support.
And finally, just from myself, of course, Liverpool next week. Top class WSL side. So just going into that game, how we're going to prepare for that one. It's going to be a real test at Kingston Park.
Yeah, we'll be preparing as professionally, as we can throughout the week to ensure we're in a great position going into that Liverpool game. Obviously, again, the cup, we want to be competitive. We'll put on a great display against Everton, and there'll be a few players who, haven't had as many minutes who want to showcase what we can do. Again, players like Sophie Hayward, I thought she was brilliant against Everton. She came on and did well today, so it'll be another good opportunity for players like her to show what they can do.
Hi Becky, you got to be terrific performance by Deanna Cooper. Defensively was brilliant, and especially getting in the Gallagher ended well, getting that point. So what so is that we pleased with that? The way she was performing.
Yeah, Deanna is a great player, as well as a great person to have in the group. I think she brings a lot of great experience to the group. She's a WSL winner who's played for Chelsea under Emma Hayes and trained and played with some fantastic players. So she brings a really calm and collected head to the group, but also she's got amazing technical capability. So I was glad she could showcase them today. And I'm really pleased for her that she got the winner.
Another question. Obviously, Beth yet again. Beth Thompson had another fantastic game. All 90 minutes, just being in the Thorns Southampton's side all the way through.
Yeah.
So that's going forward again. Is that something that you want Beth to continue pushing?
Yeah, definitely. I think Beth's a really exciting player. We obviously saw that firsthand at the Stadium of Light against Sunderland. When she's got that trickery to beat a player and then get a shot off, and she'll be really disappointed today. She didn't bury one of her chances. I know as we were walking off the pitch, she was saying it was so close. I almost toe-punted the ball and it went just wide of the post. So she'll be frustrated with that. And again, it's small margins. If that lands in the bottom corner, we win the game 2-1. So it's Beth's great girl, good player, and it's exciting what her future could be here.
And last question for me. Obviously with the crowd, all that 90 minutes, although conceded earlier on, they were behind the team 100%. Did the lasses feel more confident and want to, obviously, give the crowd more to join in, kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I think that the crowd is such a big part of what we want to do, because we want to inspire that next generation of kids in the crowd, wanting to, especially little girls in the crowd, to be the next Katie Barker, the next Beth Lumsden, the next Charlotte Potts. So to see the crowd again come out in numbers is so important, and I I know it was a little bit of a less crowd than what we've had previously, but it was so noisy, and especially that last 10-15 minutes of the game, you could really hear the crowd behind the girls. So yeah, I'm super proud and super pleased about everybody that came out and watched, and just really grateful.
Thank you.
So that's cool. We said it back.
Hey Becky, from 4 to 1 games, third division and now the championship here
Yeah.
at St. James Park, it's been a brilliant journey, so well done on that.
Thank you.
The unbeaten record, of course, as well, that stemmed across those years.
Yeah.
Is that something that's discussed internally? Because there was obviously huge relief on the sidelines at the end there.
I don't know, because honestly, when we scored, like someone jumped on me and I was like, get off me, get the ball on the spot, like I want to win. But yeah, obviously, of course, I think like we play every game to win, so there'll be a part of me definitely that goes home tonight. It's really frustrated that we didn't get all 3 points. I think we could have performed better in the first half, but yeah, I think ultimately, as you say, with context, we've jumped up a full division. You know, we only went full time last season, so the amount of learning we have to do overnight is crazy. But yeah, we've got super ambitious staff who are involved that help the club and help myself on a daily basis. And yeah, there's some really experienced players in that team as well. So I think the credit can't just be towards myself. It's all those players that put that graft in, the players who didn't even get on the pitch today, and then credit to my assistant manager Claire and Brassy, the goalkeeping coach, and that staff team in and around me. They bring such an experience and yeah, so many laughs every day as well. So that's good.
Yeah, lastly from me, you mentioned the ambition there from the staff side as well. How do you deal with that growing pressure from the club? Because obviously the ambition is high from the owners as well.
Yeah, it's interesting when everyone talks to me about pressure this season. I'm like, there's way more pressure last season when you're the only full-time team in the league. So I actually don't feel as pressurised at the minute. But I think ultimately, like, I'll always put the pressure on myself. If I didn't have the club's support, I would put pressure to win because I play every game to win. So it doesn't feel that way. But at the same time, I would be stupid if I didn't see pressure as it is there, of course. Like, this club is the richest club, and it could, bring in new manager with new experience, so I'm always on my toes learning and trying to be better to help the team. So yeah, it's a good balance because I feel really supported here.
Great, thank you.
Hi Becky, I think it's safe to say that it was probably a game of 2 halves. I know you said in the first half the shape wasn't really working. You made the changes 15 minutes into the second half.
Yeah.
How important were those changes in terms of essentially changing the outcome, one, the outcome of the game,
Yeah.
and 2, like the flow of the game, because you seem much more settled than that 3-5-2 that you mentioned.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's something for probably Claire and I to really reflect on. We wanted the box in midfield because we wanted that extra overload in central areas, and we didn't have pressure on the ball. Lois dropped into a back 4, so there was a lot of thinking around that during the week, and there was bits where I felt like the box actually narrowed their midfield, which meant we actually got more space in wide areas because the Southampton wingers were quite narrow. So in one respect, I thought Demi got a lot more space on the first half. Equally, obviously, it felt like we felt more threatening with 2 up top, I felt, and I actually thought we switched play better with a back 3. So yeah, lots of tactical stuff to consider, but yeah, ultimately I think the girls who come off the bench, which is always going to be the case, they want to prove why they think they should have been playing. And yeah, I thought the girls came on and did well, and yeah, as I say, Alicia, Amy, Sophie's introduction was really important, and yeah, even in the first half I thought Liv did well. She came on and there was some good 1v1 duels in the second half of Liv, which she did well with.
And then just finally from me, there was a couple of decisions that you didn't feel like went your way.
Yeah.
But we've spoken about the crowd and how the crowd really seems to get fired up after that, and there was a terrific noise for the last 20 minutes or so. And then as we saw, there was pandemonium when the goal went in. What is your message to the fans for sticking with the team for 100+ minutes?
Yeah, I think credit to the fans. I think that gave us that 12th man to get us across the line. It really did. Because it was, I won't want to comment obviously on the officiating, but at the same time, you probably see from my reaction, I wasn't happy with some of the calls. But yeah, I think going right through to that last minute of the game, it's so important to keep pushing, and it just gives you that extra wave of energy having the fans behind you. So yeah, just thank you to everyone who came out and supported us.
Last one up the back.
Just looking over the journey over the last few years, how do you feel like you developed as a coach along that journey?
Yeah, I think coaching is about 5% of what I do. I think honestly the amount of management side off the pitch is just, I've grown massively on and off the pitch across the last 6 seasons. So yeah, when I first started here, it was like I had such a small staff team. There was me and probably a physio and a couple of other coaches. So to now have such a big team of staff behind me and club support now, obviously financially, and that emotional investment in the team is massively important. But yeah, I think me professionally has improved a lot and grown a lot. I'm still a sore loser, but I am much more calculated in my approach, more professional in my approach. I don't want to scream the house down as much. I am a bit more level-headed, so I think I've definitely improved a lot in that respect. But I'm still as competitive as ever, and I think for me, it's like I'm on this journey, and I'm not finished making memories yet. I'm definitely not, finished taking this team. It's my ambition to take this club to the WSL. So I think there's always the part for me when we talk about pressure. Is that I've left if I left today, I would leave the club in a better place than I found it. So that relieves a lot of pressure for me regardless. But I think, I want to take the team to WSL, so that's my main aim, and I won't stop until we get there.
Looking back, had to go to before the pandemic to find the last time the club lost 2 league games in a row. How important is that record for you, and how important is the strength of finishing games for you?
Yeah, I remember thinking that as 10 minutes left, I thought, I do not want to lose 2 on the bounce. That's just not how I roll, really. So I was really determined to make sure we got something out of the game, knowing I wouldn't be fully satisfied with the points, but at the same time ensuring that it wasn't too lost.
Deanna, so what was it like scoring the equaliser to secure a point at the Gallagher end at St James's?
It was pretty incredible, to be fair. Obviously, we played against AC Milan here in pre-season, but to do it in the league game and the last minute or the last seconds of the game was pretty special. I think as a team, we worked really hard to get to that point. Just nice to put in my
Personally, this game, you were my player of the match. You were absolutely fantastic from the minute 1 to all the way scoring the goal in the Gallagher end, where all Newcastle fans want to score in the Gallagher end, and obviously you created what everyone wanted. So what was that like? Obviously scoring in the legendary Gallagher end with the crowd just absolutely jumping up and down.
Yeah, it's a hard feeling to describe. I think the fans were incredible today, and I think we really needed them, and I think they pushed us to the last minute, which really helped us. But the emotions that kind of came over me were pretty special. I'm just really proud of the team for pushing right to the last second. So
How are you finding life up the north? Are you understand the girls with the lingos that are going to come up with this?
I've had to ask a couple of to repeat themselves a couple of times. But I'm loving it up here. I think the group we have is a fantastically talented group. I think Becky has really made me feel great, and I'm loving being in Newcastle. It's amazing to be up here, and I'm happy to have been in my football for a long time. So.
One final question: what's it like being partnered alongside Charlotte Potts in centre backs? Because I've noticed when he's teamed up, he's communicating, and obviously teams are finding it hard to get past this.
Yeah, Potts is a fantastic player. I think she's done great things for the club. She's obviously been here a while now, so she knows the ins and outs of what it means to be a Newcastle player. She's taught me a lot over the last few months that I've been here. Obviously, I was glad to see her go off today, but I think when Liv Watt came on, I thought she done amazing as well. So Potty's great.
Thank you.
Just Deanna, well done on the goal, well done on your performance. What about the header off the line as well? Not many people mentioned that. I mean, that was an extremely important moment as well.
Yeah, I think part of my game is I love being a defender and I love attacking and also love being on the ball. People saw that, but I think from both ends there was a block from Demi in the first half, and Chloe also made a really great save in the first half, and I think it just shows it was a team performance. And as much as we maybe didn't get out in the first half what we wanted to, the second half I thought we fought to the end, and I'm proud of the girls for that.
Just to finish off, just a question. Did you feel that was your best performance so far for Newcastle? And what went through your head when the ball dropped to you in that moment?
I think, as I say, I'm happy playing my football here, and I think a few people have told me I've done alright today. So, and to top that off with a goal, what was going through my head? Don't miss. was probably going through my head more than anything. No, get the connection, and I laid on the floor because I couldn't move again. But I'm glad I didn't get to celebrate.
Hi Deanna, of course you did really well to get that last minute equaliser, but was there a turning point in the game for you, a moment where you really believed you would get something out of the game before the goal went in?
Yeah, there was a tackle made by Katie Barker right in front of the fans, and she got up and she got everyone going, and from that moment I was like, we're going to score. And I think KB she's a proper Geordie. She's been here a long time, she worked so hard, and I'm really pleased with her today because I thought she led from the front with regards to the way that we finished the game. So yeah.
Thank you.
Can I just ask a probably stupid question, but how on earth did that ball go in? It looked like it pinged everywhere, and I was wondering if you could help us write the match report.
Well, I think it came in from a corner, and then it was kind of, I think throughout the game, I noticed that a lot of their defence weren't connecting very well with their headers, so I was kind of gambling a little bit, and I think it paid off in that last minute. I think it was like head, and then it just fell to my feet, luckily.
I'll put your name on there.
Oh, sorry.
When the shift happened in the second half, because the first half, you may agree, may disagree, but it looked like Southampton were edging it slightly in terms of pressing when you were on the ball, etc. But when you changed to 3 at the back, and spoke with Becky already about it, how did it feel on the pitch? Did it feel like it was moving in your direction when that change happened?
Yeah, I think our group's very good at adjusting to things. So when Becky obviously spoke to us at half time and changed to a back 3, it just made everyone feel really comfortable. We knew what we were doing, and I think that was also a really integral part of us getting a point out of that game. So I think that was a great decision from management.
And looking ahead, not too far because all we have here is one game at a time, isn't it? But the next 2 games are both in the League Cup, they're both against teams Liverpool and Manchester United being in the League above. And firstly, obviously it's a big test going up against teams in the League above, but does that also provide sort of a barometer of where the team is at going into the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think today was a bit of a turning point. I'm hoping that us getting a point out today was a bit of a turning point for us. I think obviously we didn't have the best performance last week against Bristol, but for us to turn that around today, I think it's great. And I think also the girls that have been here a long time, and even the us girls that have come in this season as a new player, want to test ourselves against the best teams, and playing against the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United is going to be great. It's going to be great, and I know the girls, we're all going to put a shift in because that's what it is to be a Newcastle player. So
yeah, just wanted to congratulations again on the performance. You're outstanding. But what impressed me on the build-up to the goal was you driving forward and pushing the 2-footers. Was that in your mind late on, thinking we've just got to get up there and just throw bodies forward?
yeah, I think obviously the first half we were a little deeper, and I think one of the things Becky came out of at half time, you've got to get out of the pitch faster. And yeah, I think I don't know, I went on a bit of a rogue moment, but stepped in and played the ball down the line. But yeah, I'm happy to get the point. Obviously we wanted the 3 points, but to come back in the way we did and to get the goal at the last minute was pretty good.
Tomorrow, when they entertain West Ham United here at Southampton.